program at SCSMath London. I'm happy to be back here, and we've been just advanced copy of our beautiful songbook. Hare Krishna! What a wonderful thing that is manifesting in the process still, but coming soon to a temple near you. So we're very happy to be singing 30 new songs. And the Chaitanya Charitamrita with this super duper thingamajig. It's got a special thingamajig that tells you exactly where you are. Text 176. So we're gonna, it's the Madhya Lila, 10th chapter. The Lord's return to Jagannath Puri from South India. And he's meeting so many devotees, and the king wants to see him, and so many things. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanja Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanja Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda. Okay, so we'll just dive in on text 176. Oh dear. And he's talking with Brahmananda Bharati. Thanks, Didi. He's had his deer skin taken away. Anyway, we'll just continue because I can't give everything right now. Where were we? 176. So I was talking with Mahaprabhu, right? And he says, Krishna nama spura mukhe mane necha Krishna tomake tarupa deki hridaya satrishna. Very eager, satrishna. Brahmananda Bharati continued, since I have seen you, I have been feeling Lord Krishna's presence in my mind, and have been seeing him before my eyes. I now want to chant the holy name of Lord Krishna. Over and above this, within my heart, I consider you to be Krishna, and I am therefore very eager to serve you. Bilva mangal kaile jache dasa apanara, yandeki se dasa haila amara. Bilva Mangal Thakur abandoned his impersonal realization for the realization of the personality of Godhead. I now see that my condition is similar to his, for it has already changed. And he continues, Advaita Viti Pratikaya Upashyaha Svananda Singhasana Labda Dikshaha Satena Kainapi Vayam Hatena Dashikrita Gopa Vadhuvitena. Brahmananda Bharati continued, concluded, and he's quoting Bilva Mangal Thakur, although I was worshipped by those on the path of monism and initiated into self-realization through the yoga system, I was nonetheless forcibly turned into a maidservant by some cunning boy who is always joking with the gopis. And I think that shlok is also on the wall of the Vrindavan temple. I was tricked. I was forcibly. Prabhu kahe Krishna tamara ghara premahai janetya pare tan Shri Krishna spurai. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, you have a deep ecstatic love for Krishna. Therefore, wherever your eyes turn, you simply heighten your Krishna consciousness. This is your quality. Wherever you look, you're so full of it, wherever you look, that's what you see. Bhatta chajakai dahara shushtaya vachana age jadi Krishna dena shakshat darashana. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, both your statements are correct. Krishna gives direct audience through his own mercy. And that's what we are the beggars of. Hare Krishna. Prema vina kabunai tana shakshatkara iara kripate hai dharasha ihara. Without having ecstatic love for Krishna, one cannot see him directly. Therefore, through the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Brahmananda Bharati has acquired direct vision of the Lord. Prabhukai Vishnu Kika Sarvabhauma Atishtuti Haye Nindara Lakana. Mahaprabhu said, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, what are you saying? Lord Vishnu, save me. Such glorification is simply another form of blasphemy. So he's not accepting from Sarvabhauma what he accepted from Ramananda. And Srila Prabhupada said, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a little embarrassed by Bhattacharya's statement. Therefore, he uttered the name Vishnu to save himself. The Lord herein confirms that if one is overestimated, glorification is just another form of blasphemy. In this way, he protests this so-called offensive statement. So everything personal and beautiful, according to their relationship and according to the necessity of the Leela, you can respond in one way, or he can respond in another to the exact same thing. Eta bhali bharatire laya nija vasa aila bharati gosai prabhura nikkate rahila. After saying this, Mahaprabhu took Brahmananda Bharati with him to his residence. From that time on, Brahmananda Bharati remained with Mahaprabhu. Rama Bhadracharya ara Bhagavanacharya Prabhu Pare Rahila Dhui Chari Sarvakarya. Later, Ramabhadracharya and Bhagavanacharya also joined them, and giving up all other responsibilities, remained under Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's shelter. So wonderful, everyone coming in Neelachaladam to meet with Mahaprabhu. Kashishvara Gosai Aila Aradine Samana Kariya Prabhu Rakila Nijastani. The next day, Kashishvara Gosai also came and remained with Mahaprabhu, who received him with great respect. Prabhu Kailaya Karana Ishvara Darashana Age Lokabhira Sabha Kari Nivarana. Kashishvar used to usher Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu into the Jagannath temple. He would precede the Lord into the crowd and keep the people touching him, making a way for Mahaprabhu to go into the busy temple of Lord Jagannath. Jatanada nadi aiche samudre milaya aiche Mahaprabhu bhakta jahan hai. As all the rivers flow into the sea, all the devotees throughout the country finally came to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's shelter. Jai, jai, jai. Sabashi milila prabhuda Shri Charane Prabhu Kripakari Sabaya Rakila Nijastane. Since all the devotees came to him for shelter, Mahaprabhu showed them all mercy and kept them under his protection. He's looking after them all. Everyone's come. He's making sure that they're nicely situated, have what they need. Eta kaila prabhura Vaishnava milana iya jay shune pai Chaitanya Charan. Thus I have described the meeting of all the Vaishnavas with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whoever hears this description ultimately attains his shelter. Hare Krishna, whoever hears this description ultimately attains his shelter. Shri Rupa Raghunatha Parijara Asha Chaitanya Charitamrita Kai Krishna Das. Praying at the lotus feet of Shri Rupa and Shri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishna Das, narrate Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. So that we were right at the end of that chapter 10 of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So what shall I do? Shall I start the next chapter or just go to the, what shall I do?
You can read a bit more maybe.
Okay, let's start chapter 11. The Veda Kirtan pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Sorry, the what?
Veda Kirtan pastimes. We'll find out. Text 1. Achudanandam tandavam goda chandraha kurvang bhakti shri jagannatha gehe nana bhavalang kritanga svadhamna chakre vishwam prema vanyani magnam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu merged the entire world into the ocean of ecstatic love by performing his beautiful dances within the temple of Jagannath. He danced exquisitely and jumped high. And he was very tall, jumping in the air like a golden wonder. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gauda Bhaktavinda. Okay, let's see what's going to happen. Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gauda Bhaktavinda. Yes, very good. Hare Krishna. Aradina. The next day, Aradina. Sarvabhauma Kai Prabhushtane. Abhayadhana Deya Jati Kari Nivadani. The next day, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya requested Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to give him permission to submit a statement without fear. Can I say something? Prabhu Kai, kind to me. Nai kichu bhai. Yogya kaila kariba ayogya haila nai. The Lord gave the Bhattacharya assurance that he could speak without fear, but added that if his statement was suitable, he would accept it, and if it were not, he would reject it. But you can speak without fear, no problem, he said. Sarvabhaumakai e prataparuda rai ukanta hayache toma mila bhattacharya. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, there is a king named Prataparudra Rai. He is very anxious to meet you and wants your permission. So he's nervously, is it okay if I ask a question? Yes. This is Kane Astadiya Prabhu Smari Narayan Sarvabhauma Kai Kena Ayogya Vachan. As soon as Mahaprabhu heard this proposal, he immediately covered his ears with his hands and said, my dear Sarvabhauma, why are you requesting such an undesirable thing from me? Virakta Sannyasi Amara Raja Darashana Stri Darashana Sama Vishara Bhakana. He said, since I am a sannyasi, it's dangerous for me to meet a king or meet with a woman. For me, they're both like drinking poison. I have to be careful. I am a sannyasi. I'm not hanging out with rich kings in their association. Nishkinchanasya bhagavad bhajanon mukhasya parang jigamisho bhavasangrayasya sandashanam vishainam matayoshitam cha ha hanta hanta vishabikshanto bi asado. And this is from Greatly lamenting, the Lord then informed Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, alas, for a person who is seriously desiring to cross the material ocean and engage in the transcendental loving service of the Lord without material motives, seeing a materialist engaged in sense gratification and seeing a woman who is similarly interested is more abominable than drinking poison willingly. Sarvabhaumakai Satya Tomara Vachana Jagannatha Sevaka Raja Kintu Bhaktotama. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya replied, "My dear Lord, what you have said is correct, but this king is not an ordinary king. He is a great devotee and servant of Lord Jagannath." Prabhukai Tatapi Raja Kala Shapakara Kashtanari Sparsha Jache Upaje Vikara. Mahaprabhu said, although it is correct that the king is a great devotee, he is still to be considered a venomous snake. Similarly, even though a woman be made of wood, one becomes agitated simply by touching her form. He says, it continues, Akradapi betavyam shrinam vishainam api yataha manasak shobhas tata tasyakriter api. Just as, this is from the Chaitanya Chandradoya Nataka, and says, just as one is immediately frightened upon seeing a live serpent or even the form of a serpent, one endeavoring for self-realization should similarly fear a materialistic person or a materialistic woman. Indeed, he should not even glance at their bodily features. And then he says, Achevata punapi mukina anibe kaijadi tabe amaya etana dekibe. Bhattacharya, if you continue to speak like this, you will never see me here again. Therefore, you should never let such a request come from your mouth. So he let him ask, but he's not accepting it. And not only that, he says, if you keep asking me, I'm off. Bhayapaya Sarvabhauma Nijagarigela Vashaya Gya Bhattacharya Chintita Haila. Being afraid, Sarvabhauma returned home and began to meditate on the matter. Hena kale prataparuja purushottama aila patyamicha sangaraja darashana chalila. At this time, Maharaj Prataparuja arrived at Jagannath Puri, Purushottam Dham, and accompanied by his secretaries, ministers, and military officers, went to visit the temple of Lord Jagannath. And Srila Prabhupada says, it appears that Maharaj Prataparuja used to live at Cuttack, his capital. Ramanandarai Aila Gajapati Sange Pratamai Prabhuda Ashi Milila Bahurange. When King Prataparuja returned to Jagannath Puri, Ramananda Rai also came with him. Ramananda Rai immediately went to meet Mahaprabhu with great pleasure. Rai Pranati Kaila Prabhu Kaila Alingana Duijani Prema Veshe Karina Krandana. Upon meeting Mahaprabhu, Ramananda Rai offered his obeisances, and the Lord embraced him, and both of them began to cry in the great ecstasy of love. Raya Sange Prabhuda Deki Sneha Vyavyahara Sava Bhakta Ganera Mana Haila Chamatkara. Seeing Lord Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's intimate dealings with Sri Ramananda Rai, all the devotees were astonished. Okay, so we'll leave it there before we get into the next. It's as good a place as any before we get into this wonderful pastime of Mahaprabhu meeting finally with Prataparuja Maharaj. So I shall use the special thing. Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. So we'll leave them there in the Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai embracing and all the devotees astonished, and then we shall move to religion. Jai. 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 So we're reading The Religion of the Heart, this wonderful book of Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. Oh God, it's gone again. It's like Krishna's Sweet Pastimes is the chapter, and I'm joining. And the chapter is the section, part 2. The section is called Krishna's 4 Super Excellent Qualities. And now we're on a smaller section called Mother Sachi's Joy. Mahaprabhu sent Damodar to Navadvip and instructed him to tell Mother Sachi. Every day, so Damodar is telling Sachi Devi, he's speaking for Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu is saying to Sachi through Damodar, every day I come to take the prasadam you prepare for me. Mahaprabhu said, Mother Sachi thinks she is dreaming, but it's not a dream. I eat from her hand every day. You tell her that and remind her that yesterday I came and took prasadam from her. She cooks many nice preparations for the deities such as shak, etc. And afterwards she gives them to me, and when I eat them she becomes happy. But she thinks she is dreaming. When she sees the plate has nothing on it, she thinks she forgot to put food from the pots on the plate. She goes to the kitchen and sees there's no food in the pots, and she thinks she's dreaming. The positive truth is that I ate everything. Remind my mother of that, and she will believe it. This is an example of telling someone something in an exclusive way. Krishna always lives in Vrindavan. When Krishna said to Radharani and the gopis that he goes to Vrindavan every day and plays with them, they believed it. Actually, Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. He always lives in Vrindavan. Krishnonyo yadu sambhuto yapuna sosyata paraha Vrindavanam parityaja sakvachinnaiva gacchati. Srila Rupa Goswami said that Krishna does not leave Vrindavan, not even for one moment. He lives there with the Braja Balakas, the Shakis and the Gopis. Krishna's pastimes are always going on in Vrindavan. Ecstatic revelation. Every night with his 2 confidential associates, Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Rai, Mahaprabhu heard and tasted the ecstasy of Jayadev's Gita Govinda, the Jagannath Ballabha Nataka, the Sri Krishna Karnamrita, and the songs of Chandidas and Vidyapati. Chandidasa Vidyapati, Rayara Nataka Giti, Karnamrita Shri Gita Govinda, Svarupa Ramananda Shane Mahaprabhu Rati Dine, Gaya Shune Parama Ananda. They were able to get and to take the real and direct association of Sri Krishna. After Jayadev, Vidyapati and Chandidas, only Rupa Goswami could sing those types of songs. Once you start expressing Krishna Leela, you cannot stop. There is so much ecstasy, you cannot stop. Madhuram, Madhuram, Vapo Asya, Vibhu, Madhuram, Madhuram, Vadanam, Madhuram. Madhugandhi, Madhusmitam, Etaro, Madhuram, 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 Madhuram. When Srila Guru Maharaj would express Krishna Leela, he would forget who was in front of him. As if he was speaking, as he was speaking, he would forget who was there, who was hearing. Madhuram, Madhuram. One day I said to Guru Maharaj, you are giving the meaning of the Gayatri Mantra, the Rig Veda mantra, and the Vedas say one isn't supposed to give their meaning. It is a private matter. So why are you giving it? Srila Guru Maharaj said, oh Govinda Maharaj, what are you thinking? What expressions and ideas come from the Gayatri Mantra? We are giving the Gayatri Mantra to others, and they will meditate on it and feel it after reaching perfection. No one is giving anything before perfection. No one is giving anything before perfection. If I don't give it, I think that no one will give it in the future. No one has given it before, so I feel I should give it. It is necessary for the conditioned souls. Many devotees want to know the meaning, so I am giving it. The meaning was published from the San Jose Mat in the Guardian of Devotion. Everyone in our Sampradaya was amazed to see it. What Srila Guru Maharaj gave is extremely worshipable, the inner meaning of the Gayatri Mantra, etc. He knew everything, and he was the only one who knew everything. Once he told he went to feed the cows in the field, and when he sat underneath a tree and was meditating on the Gayatri Mantra, he suddenly saw the whole Vishvarup form of the Lord. The whole effulgence of the Gayatri Mantra became manifest before him. That was his first experience with the Gayatri Mantra. After that, Guru Maharaj had many experiences. But if he would tell them, it would be difficult for others to understand. That is, if you don't have a good instrument for receiving, how will you receive it? The wall cannot receive radio waves. Our insides are not adjusted to receive transcendental knowledge. It may exist within us, but we are not adjusted to receive it. If we can fine-tune or adjust ourselves, everything will be revealed in our heart. Hridaya haite bale jvara agrete chale, shabda rupe nachi anukshan, kantamore bhange svara ange kampe tara, stira haite na pare charana, from Bhaktivinoda Thakur. When we are internally adjusted to receive transcendental knowledge, the mantra will forcefully come and dance on our tongue. This is the real dance of Mahaprabhu, or the real dance of the holy name. And then Tunde Tanda Vinaratam Vitanute Tundavali Labdaye Kana Kroda Kadavina Gatayate Kana Budebhyas Priyam Cheta Prangana Sangina Vijayate Sarvendriyanam Kritam No Jane Janita Kriya Bhyamritai Krishneti Vana Dvai. That's Rupa Goswami's Vidagdha Madhava, When Srila Rupa Goswami expressed these glories of the holy name, Srila Haridas Thakur said, I have never heard this type of shloka describing the holy name before. I have heard many glories of the holy name, but I never heard this type of shloka. Haridas Thakur said this, and he was a Siddha Mahatma, perfected soul. When we are chanting, the mantra is revealing itself on our tongue. At that time, an eagerness for millions of tongues will come to us. If we will get those, we will be satisfied. We are hankering for millions of ears when we hear of the real form of Krishna, Chaitya Paranga Sangini. When the Maha Mantra dances on our tongue, the mind is dancing. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that when the holy name is revealed on the mental plane, devastation comes to the mind through the presence of Krishna Nam. This is real Krishna Nam. Hare Krishna. Kabe habe bolo Sayyidi Nama. When will that day be? That's the end of that chapter. So that was the chapter on Krishna's sweet pastimes. And the next chapter is wonderful associates as we go through the 4 super qualities of the sweet absolute. Hare Krishna. Anything from anyone? Sayyidi Nama. Uh-oh. Ishwananda's little wheels are going round.
You were talking about, I don't remember the name. It's the something Madhava that...
Vidagdha Madhava.
That's one of those super high, above our heads, above our abilities.
The Lalita Madhava and
and then there's pieces and shlokas that Srila Govinda Maharaj shares.
Yeah.
But it's not like we would approach that, right? That's one of those things.
Yeah, pretty much. It's there with the like with the Krishna Karnamrita of Bilba Mangal Thakur, and yes, they're very careful with it. Gita Govinda of Jayadev, but we're allowed to sing. We can sing. We're allowed to sing. You know, what do we sing? Jayadev song. It's gone out of my head now. Shita Kamala, and we sing. We do sing some songs by him, but it's just. We just have to remember who I am and where I am, right?
Yep.
And if you can do that, then you will have no trouble saying, "Okay, I'm going to bow down to that." How is it possible? It looks mundane. We cannot but take it as that. The loving affairs of the Lord and his intimate associates. It's unapproachable. But there's so much. Sometimes in the morning we'd go into, and Govinda Maharaj would be sitting, he'd be very happy mood, and he'd be just singing. And he'd look at us smiling and saying, I can sing this because you don't understand what I'm singing. It'd be good Gita Govinda or something like that, you know. And he'd be happily singing it. And we'd all be happily, not understanding a word of it, happily hearing him and relishing his taste for that divine substance. And we're very happy, and they're our favourite books anyway. When it comes down to it, the favourite, we have so many favourite books, no doubt, but the books of Srila Guru Maharaj, the books of Srila Govinda Maharaj especially, are so beautifully prepared and so beautifully formed to give substantial and high things in a most tasteful and approachable way. So, and we hear a lot actually in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, so many verses we hear in some of those chapters from all those works. So it's not like we don't have access to them, but we take it in that way. Yeah. So Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, and Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai, and Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada for his wonderful giving this book. And the religion, the Gurudev was so happy with this book that our big Chid, or became Big Sid, Siddhanti Maharaj, and I think Shuta Shabha was also helping him, a little book. And what did Gurudev say? What is not in Chaitanya Charitamrita is in here, or something like that, he said. He said something extraordinary about this book. I think it was that, actually. I'll have to, it was certainly something what is not, and I think it was that, but we can find out. But anyway, so we're remembering him happily, our Bhakti Premik Siddhanti Maharaj. Bhakti Premik Siddhanti Maharaj. And what was Shuta's name? Bhakti?
Vaishnava.
Yeah, the middle one, I can't remember. Bhakti, some, and Vaishnava Maharaj. Anyway, remembering our illustrious family members. Jai Gurudev, Jai Gaura Hari.
So let's ask Ishwananda Prabhu to leave, because we are too sad to let you go tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's why hearing your beautiful arti this morning, I was relishing.
Oh.
I'm sure Mahaprabhu was happy to hear you sing again.
Mahaprabhu will bring you back.
Yeah. Anyway, our house is we live in a big house. And the Gurudev's got a big house. So we always see each other. If we see each other here, we see each other there.
And Sri Sri Guru Gaurachandraju, Girirajju are in the room where I'm going to go.
He's
So I'm
waiting.
pretty blissed
He's
out.
waiting.
Huh?
He's going to another of Gurudev's house.
Exactly. Beautiful
Yes.
Mahaprabhu.
Yeah,
Giri.
beautiful Mahaprabhu. And following all the activities of the Kirtan Center, the Temple of Mahaprabhu on 700 East.
Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama
Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama
Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan
Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan
Hari Gopina Madanama
Girirari Gopina Madanama
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra
Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra
Taratara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Taratara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raguna
Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raguna
Jiva Gopala Bhata Dasa Raguna
Shiva Gopala Bhata Raguna
Jai Goshai Kari Charana Vana
Jai Gosai Kori Charana Vana
Jai Te Vignana Sabita Puran
Jai Te Vignana Sabita Puran
Jai Goshai Jamuri Tanada
Jai Jai Tanada
Ansavara Padarena Maura Panchaga
Jai Parenu Mora Panchaga
Nandara Charana Sevi Bhakti Saneva
Nandara
Bhakti Saneva Janame Maura Abhira
Janame Mora
Bila Nithai Gosai Jabe Baje Koiraba Nithai Gosai Jabe Baje Koiraba Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Praka Shri Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Praka Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayama Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayama Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Tamam Koriya Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Tamam Koriya Hari Nam Sankirtana Kohe Narottama Hari Nam Sankirtana Kohe Narottama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Gaur Premanande, Hari 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 Bol. Jai Shaprikar Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Sundar Ju, Radha Giri Dhari Ju Ki Jai. Jai Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Shri Neela Chaladam Ki Jai. Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Jai Srila Jai Vishvavarenya Srila A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai all the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Samaveda Vaishnava Mandala Ki Jai. Jai Shri Koladvipa Ki Jai. Jai Shri Madhavendra Puri Pad Ki Jai. Jai Shri Ramuna Dham Ki Jai. Jai Kirator Gopinath Ki Jai. Jai all the assembled devotees, past, present, and future Ki Jai. Jai Shri Hari Nam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Prem Hari 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 Bol. Jai.